I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Have a Tuesday. Well, if you would like to get a hold of something that Shakira's got, you can, but it's going to cost you. She's selling her private island.
Whoa.
Okay, let's hear the price.
$30 million.
You guys want to go in?
$30 million.
Yep.
That's
$30
all?
million.
I mean, people pay that for a house on Palm Beach. You get a whole island for that?
Yeah, now it is in the Berry Islands. I never heard of them. They say they're 155 miles from Fort Lauderdale. It's B-E-R-R-Y, Berry Islands. And technically the island is a K. I guess I didn't even know this. Not like a K Pennington like your mom. It's a C-A-Y. And a K is a landmass formed by accumulated sediment such as sand atop a coral reef. So I guess in a way it's that. You ever seen that? Especially if you go to the Keys, they have this K or that K.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, what the hell does that mean? Well, yeah, I mean, it looks to the naked eye like, oh, it's an island, but it really is different because of the way the formation is.
Usually when someone says they own an island, I'm going, all right, what the fuck weird shit's going on over there?
Well, now that's all we think about. Epstein Island.
I just feel like if you own an island, I don't know. It's like a James Bond villain.
David Copperfield.
He had an island. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he had an island.
Johnny Depp had an island, right?
I mean, the more names you say, it's kind of making sense.
It's like everybody on the Epstein list almost.
Wasn't the magician Copperfield, wasn't he named for something creepy?
He was.
And I think you had the drop on that.
I have a girlfriend who, he tried to get real creepy with, and she turned him down.
Did you see the photos of he and Ghislaine Maxwell? You can tell they're super tight. They were both in bathrobes, and he was kind of like up on her side, almost like he was dry humping her. And they were holding different bags of candy, so I guess they're in some kind of kid. It was like kid kind of candy. It was like the gummy candies and the sweet and chewy, all that kind of stuff.
Well, if he's so good at magic, how the fuck does he not make that picture disappear?
Should. But I think he's all in it. I don't know. He's one of those names. There's some people that I hear their name with the list. I'm like, I'm not sure I'm going too much into that. But then there are other names that just keep coming up, and you're like, all right, I think that guy was doing some shady stuff.
Totally. It's totally believable that Copperfield was up to no good.
Yeah, I think Copperfield was on the wrong side of that list. There are some people where it's like, I don't know. I'm not so sure, but there are other people where I'm pretty much like, all right, they were doing some devious stuff.
Because it is possible for someone to take a picture with him and have nothing to do with it, and they left.
I mean, it's totally possible to be on the private jet just because you like to be around money and you got offered a free ride on a private jet.
Look, he was with the movers and shakers. He was.
Totally.
He was in the in crowd, and that's why I could almost see up to a certain point, you'd be like going, gosh, I want to be in this Epstein circle.
Take me to the island.
Yeah, it's all power, wealth, movers, shakers globally.
After this, let's hit up Diddy's.
Yeah. And there are some names like a Diddy that you're kind of surprised that he's not in it.
Because Diddy's got his own thing going on.
His own
Yeah, he's his own dirty king.
Yeah.
I think dirty kings want to be in charge.
Exactly. And then if he's with another dirty king, now you got two dirty kings going head to head.
It's too much swinging dick.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Epstein probably was honestly a lot more powerful than Diddy.
I think you're right.
By a lot.
I think you're right.
I think Diddy had that music game and entertainment, but Epstein was global, man. He was world politics.
If you look at like the emails that he was sending to like Sarah Ferguson, Prince Andrew's wife, like he loaned her a substantial amount of money to help them for whatever reason that the royals were in trouble, and Epstein loaned them money. And even though she knew Andrew was going and doing shady stuff with Jeffrey Epstein, she wrote like all these flowery emails praising him, telling him, oh, thank you so much. You're so amazing, blah, blah, blah. Like, It's all about money and power.
Yeah, no, it really was. To me, every time I hear something from it, it is feeding my interest. It's everything, and every little wrinkle that I hear, I'm like, gosh, man, this thing gets more complicated, it gets deeper and deeper, and I'm well entrenched in all of it. I'm just fascinated by everything that comes out. I really am. I was kind of doing a deeper dive. Tucker Carlson had a podcast where he was going in. A lot of the stuff that was released, they haven't really gone into. Kind of came back to all that pizza and grape soda.
Yeah.
Which it was these very influential men being like going, hey, really enjoyed having that pizza. And boy, the grape soda was delicious. And you're like going, okay, these guys at this age, you're thinking, all right, it's clearly code for something else. And then the context in which they used it and everything else, you're like, all right, you didn't just all have a big old gala where you're in bathrobes and just eating pizza and having grape soda.
That's such horse shit.
Yeah.
Because I love pizza and I love grape soda. And
They're putting their taint on your pizza.
Yeah, and the only island I've ever been to is Singer Island.
You been to Peanut Island?
Well, same. To me, it's like almost the same thing.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of stuff, and we probably haven't even got half of it.
No. There's also a thing about like vegetable cream cheese. There's also a thing about jerky. Mm-hmm. There's all these food code words that I think meant different people.
Mm-hmm. Don't ruin pizza. I know it's been out there for a long time because I remember some nut job sent me a long manifesto of an email because I kept wearing pizza stuff. You're like, stop supporting this shit, man. I'm like, dude, I'm supporting pizza. Go fuck yourself.
I'm pure over here.
Yes.
You know, and Anna makes a comment that is very true, and I got to keep telling myself this as well. She said, we can keep talking about the celebrities and the politicians, but we're never talking about the real situation. And she is really right on that. And I lose myself in it as well because I get caught up in the names that you're seeing. But sex trafficking is a real evil in this world. And it is bringing out the sickest of people. And it's an industry that is at a huge level, and it's growing by the year. And it is dark and it is twisted. And there are evil people in this thing. And there is a lot to this. Even if you took down everybody with the Epstein ring, you're not even scratching the surface of global sex trafficking.
Well, when they have those kind of stings where they'll get somebody who's trying to meet someone underage, the police will go, where did you get these pictures from? So they can find, because you're right, there's somebody that's
farming it.
Absolutely. And it's prevalent.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing that keeps coming out that is very fascinating to me as well is you do recognize that there are people of different political parties that are tied into this.
Right.
And somebody was saying that this is all part of the game as they get people fighting. And look, these people aren't, for the most part, aren't really enemies. They're all, it's more about being wealthy and elite. They don't give a shit if you're Republican or Democrat. It's about wealth and being elite. And the rest of it, it's just a puppet game. They're like going, if we keep everybody else fighting and distracted, we can continue our power play and global sex trafficking and all this kind of stuff. We all hang out. We get it. We know, look,
it's
money,
theater.
Money's money, power is power. And that's all we ultimately care about. I don't care what label I'm wearing. And you've got guys that have bounced all over the place, like a Charlie Crist. He's done every label you can. Not saying he's a bad dude, even though he does pop up in the Epstein stuff. But I think it's more that Epstein was governor at the time when all that was going down. And I think that's what had kind of come up, was that maybe they were trying to get a request from him. Anybody throwing that Hail Mary to be like, hey, can we get a little pardon for our buddy over here?
Our buddy.
Yeah. All right. So... yeah, so that's really what it is. And I do keep that in the back of my head. When I keep seeing these political fights, I'm like, man, this is just all to distract y'all. Because, look, 80% of Americans, they don't give a crap what's going on. They just want what's just, what's right. And they're not all caught up in this stuff. So remember, that's how they divide you. They get you down in the dirt, in the mud, fighting about things that don't matter.
Oh, division equals money.
Yep, surely does. So I think it's safe to say we're all pretty much priced out of Shakira's island. That would be fun to just say, hey, guys, I'm hopping on a boat. You want to come to Shakira Island? Who's saying no?
Not me.
Not any straight dude.
I'm going.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And another fun little place that is going to be going on here, talking about the rich and powerful in South Florida, Zuckerberg is coming to town.
He is.
He sees you when you're sleeping because of Facebook. He knows when you're awake.
Because he's listening to you through your phone.
He is the new Santa Claus, but he doesn't bring anything.
No, he just brings pain.
Except misery. Yes.
And warp your brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he paid, they say, as much as $200 million, which that's a slum for him. I can't believe that he's lowering his standards. Only $200 million? He's got this newly completed waterfront mansion on Indian Creek, that ultra-exclusive gated island, often referred to as Billionaire Bunker.
Yes.
You got other people like Jeff Bezos, Tom Brady. I've seen this name. I don't know. Carla Khan. Does that ring a bell? I don't even know what the hell that guy does, but I've seen it. I think he's wealthy finance, something or others. He is not in
James Caan.
Not in my friend group. No.
Carla Khan sounds like a convention, and you just invite all the Carlas.
It's Carl.
Oh, I thought you said Carla.
Yeah.
It almost landed.
He is an American businessman and investor. He's the founder and controlling shareholder of Icon Enterprises, I guess, a public company and diversified conglomerate holding company bases in Sunny Isle Beach. So that's, I guess, who that is. So basically the richest of the rich. Of course, that's where Zuckerberg is going to go. They say it sits on nearly 2 acres with direct Biscayne Bay frontage.
Yes, it's very exclusive.
Which means you can still boat right by and moon them. That's the good news.
The mooning has gone up. Seems like the mooning...
Just don't bend over too far. You show them all your pink parts.
You can show
Keep your moon high and tight.
Yeah, tuck those things in.
I saw a girl moon one time, and it was tragic because I think she just bent over too far and stuck it out and thought this is going to be great. And everybody's like, oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I just saw where babies come from.
Yep. It'll happen.
Keep it high and tight if you're going to moon.
Yes, you got to know. Advice. You can't go below parallel.
Don't.
Yeah. When you go below parallel.
You are showing off the pinkness.
You will get a moon and a beaver smile.
Yes.
You got to cover the lips.
Or for guys, you can get a little nut.
Oh, no, you can get a lot of nut, actually, for some of us.
There's no need to bend.
Mm-hmm. We have got a couple of social media people in South Florida. And they don't all necessarily bother me, but boy, they're troublesome. This Jack Daugherty, man, oh man. Was I this obnoxious of a twerp when I was his age?
How old is he?
It's a good question. I would guess that he's probably he's between 21 and 23. Would just be my guess.
It's a pretty douchey time for for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And he's got the money and he's got the influence.
He's 22.
He's got the douchey buds.
Yeah, he's got
It's just a crew of douche.
He's got a douche haircut.
Yes, but you're right though. It's the crew mixed with the haircut. You're like, oh my god.
Strength in numbers. They're all elevating each other's douche quotient.
Well, the thing about it is just everything I see is that he does. It's just obnoxious. It's wrecking cars. It's just being rude. It's all this kind of crap, wrecking boats, whatever it might be. And then somehow just doing this crap, they get endless amounts of money. The more they destroy, the more they get. And now he has been banned indefinitely from all PGA Tour events. He paid somebody $100 to yell jackass during Mackenzie Hughes' backswing. And, of course, made a video for it, went viral.
Right now, he's about to yell jackass to the golfer for $100. Let's go. Yes, sir. Oh, my God, he doesn't even know he's about to come. Jackass! Kidding me? That's $100. I got you. Kick him out! That was a knee strap right here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Ban him from the PGA Tour. Yeah, but I ban him.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't say it, but...
You know what that's from? Happy Gilmore. You will not make that putt. Jackass!
It's from Happy Gilmore.
Oh, so it's Adam Sandler's fault.
It's funny in Adam Sandler's movie.
And there's also a Twitch streamer. I don't know if you guys have heard of Aiden Ross out of Boca Raton. He had the event that, what's his name? The troubled wide receiver, Antonio Brown. Remember when he did that event Antonio Brown's in trouble for, where he popped off with the gun?
Yes.
That was an Aiden Ross event that he'd had somewhere here in South Florida. I think it was in Broward.
He's not related to anybody with the last name Ross, is he? Or he's just a free agent Ross?
Virginia, I do not know his ancestral tree.
I actually don't even understand your fucking question. I saw Kevin's face go, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just wondering where all these kids get all this cash from.
Probably from their fucking rich parents.
I think from streaming. That's what I'm saying. It's this thing where they just create jackass moments, and if you get the views, you get the money. They are making so much money, and there is nothing out there that is discouraging them, because kicking him off the PGA Tour for that Jack Daugherty, that's nothing but, okay, that
Street
is going to
cred.
be huge. Yeah. And now I don't know that Aiden Ross, I don't want to put him in the same bucket because I don't know him. I think that Jack Daugherty owns a whole different level of, I'm not sure that, somebody be like, they're not even close to the same. So I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that they're, content creators out of South Florida. That's it. And they're both drawing big events. But, look, there are some issues, obviously, when Antonio Brown goes popping out with a weapon at one of your events. There is some stuff that, circulates around your universe.
Be careful, because people out in the wild aren't putting up with that shit no more. There was that one story. The kid or the guy takes a video and gets right in someone's face and starts filming them. And the guy walking gets panicked and goes, "Get away from me, man." And the guy's talking shit, blah, blah, blah. "Get away from me, man." Yeah. Pulls out a gun and shoots him. The guy doesn't die. And then, of course, he recovers. Like, "I'll fucking do it again. I'll do it again." So him getting shot didn't even.
No.
Oh,
I mean, it probably made him a ton of money. Honestly, when you looked at the amount of views he got and how it got passed around. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And so that's just it. And what I see, just because I know how it goes, because we've kind of been in the game, is you're always having to take it to a new level. And you are going to see there's going to be something where someone's going to get shot in the head or something like that's going to happen. That's going to be a story. I can promise you, probably in the next year or two, you're going to have a story where something like that's going to happen. There's going to be one of these streamers that's either going to kill someone doing what they do, or they're going to get killed themselves. Because look, they're chasing the clicks, likes, and you got to always take it to another level.
It's escalating.
With some of this stuff, I don't know where you have left to go.
You also don't know the person you're messing with, what they're going through. You have no idea.
Yeah.
If someone's already in a pissy mood, they got all kind of shit going on, and now you have a camera in their face and they're telling you to leave, don't be surprised if you get smacked down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll see. But they love South Florida. We got a lot of them. We did have that one guy, the Russian dude, was here, and he's
Vitaly.
Vitaly, yeah, he was the one that featured my son Cannon in a video because he went to Boca High and he saw Cannon out front and was talking to him.
He fucked around. I forget what country it was.
Yeah, I think it said like Philippines or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and him going in, he was mocking everybody, and then by the end of his prison sentence, his pictures and the video looked like he was going, "Oh my gosh, I'm never doing this shit again." He looked rattled.
Is he still locked up?
I think they sent him back to Russia because he's from Russia.
He needs to stay in Russia.
Yeah, He'd be better off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be better off. Yeah. Like I said, none of these guys are offering anything redeeming to our society.
No.
All they bring with them is just agitation, aggravation.
And then, God forbid, kids see this and try to duplicate what these guys are doing and wreck a car or wreck a boat. Like, it's stupid.
It's all the content creation is. You see it and you're like, okay, they do it. And then they're like, okay, well, if they did that, I got to do this. And it really does. It's a dangerous thing. When you've got dudes that age, I know, been there. I was a jackass myself, still am, but I'm just an old jackass now, and I'm too old to move that fast.
You're a wise jackass.
I am.
Yeah, you have wisdom.
I am. So I know if I were that age, I'd be going, okay, we're going to see what they did, and we're going to go to the next level. It's just, like I said, going one of these days, going to all come crashing down. The story about the 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, they passed that deadline yesterday at 5 p.m. I was watching that, not that I was going to expect much, but that was when they were supposed to have the $6 million ransom with the Bitcoin in. And I guess somebody had checked. I guess somehow you can look at the account. They said the money wasn't in there. So I don't know what the conversation is. Sound like they were just looking for proof of life. They don't want to just give the money and then have somebody, take off with it and trying to figure out what's going on. It seems like they've checked everywhere they possibly can. I did see this. There was somebody who was on one of the news stations, and he was a former FBI official. And he said, just everything I've looked at, now he hadn't, I don't think, been on the scene, but he did this for his entire career. He said, this looks like a home invasion. They got surprised. That's why you saw her blood. And they're just really kind of like trying to freeform it right now, that they may not really have her. You might have a dead mom and they are just trying to buy time or just saying, okay, what the hell? Like they probably didn't intend for it. Maybe she fought back a little bit friskier than they thought. Getting into her house. He said it's got all the earmarkings of that. Just because of how dysfunctional this whole, he said they're not operating like true kidnappers.
To me, it's crazy that people break into houses when they know people are in there. Because how do you know what's on the other side?
You know the old lady is in there at 2 a.m. Like, you know she's sleeping.
Because you've done the work.
I mean, I would assume.
Yeah, a lot of times, look, they were having that in my neighborhood. I used to have an older neighbor across the street, and I think they kind of knew his situation. And at least once, maybe twice, they broke in the middle of the day, and he was sitting in his living room, and they're like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? He couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
and they just were taking stuff, and you know, they have a time limit. They're like, we got 2 to 3 minutes, smash, grab, kick through his door, came in, grabbed everything he could. He's like, get out of here. And they're like, okay, Pops. And then, you know, they're still grabbing stuff. One person keeps their eye on him to make sure he doesn't grab a heater or something like that. And then they grab everything they can, get out the door.
One of my best friends, he must have been 10 or 11, living in Lake Park. You know who he is. And people broke into the house in the middle of the night, went into his room, and he woke up, and he saw a man walking, going through his drawer, and he just had to lay there, close his eyes, and act like he wasn't moving, and wait till they left. Could you imagine waking up to that shit?
No, honestly, it's probably your best thing. I mean, look, just keep in mind it's possessions, and it ain't worth any of that stuff. Just whatever, if you're ever in that situation, just try to leave with your life. That's the only thing you need to leave with.
My problem is I got too big of a mouth. If I wake up and I see you in my room, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Shoot him. There's no way I could act quiet.
If only he would have played possum.
There's no way I could play possum. There's no shot.
And Blue Ridge Gator said, wouldn't you just give the money regardless? She's a multimillionaire and you'd be able to track them at that point. I don't know what the tracking is. That's the one thing. It sounded like to me that is the thing about the Bitcoin, is that you wouldn't be able to track them. Is that you can get stuff and then it disappears into the ethos and we're gone. So I don't know how much tracking you could do. $6 million. Look, I know I'm sure is a multimillionaire, but Savannah Guthrie at her position, I don't think she's like the lead. I don't know. I wonder what her net worth is.
Looking it up.
Because $6 million, I would say where she is, yes, she has it, but I think that would take a chunk. And look, I'm sure she would give up every single penny that she owns for her mother. Even though her mom's 84, she'd be like, I just would have to do that.
So it's looking like they're saying she's got about a $45 million.
Wow.
But all this shit's
never
$40
right. million estimated right there. Yeah, it's a pretty good annual salary of $8 million.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
$8 million a year.
That's big cake.
Yeah, who knows? So there's just so many theories that are out there where these guys, was it a home invasion? They wound up with something else they didn't know? Was this tremendously planned?
Did they know it was Savannah Guthrie's mom?
The fact that it doesn't seem like they're really communicating that well. It sounds like they're not even really hearing from the kidnappers much. They're sitting there and be like, okay, yeah, and what do you want? I know you set a deadline, but maybe that's it. Maybe they're just saying, hey, here's the deadline. Have the money in the account by then, or else, who knows? Curtains.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I hope it all ends well, but boy, if every day it ticks by, you wonder if there's any way it possibly can. Well, got some ideas here because, it is possible that we can wind up down and out and nobody knows where we are. And then people come in with a crowbar and try and knock your front door down. It can't happen.
Even though it was my kidney brother, that shit was kind of traumatizing.
Sure, yeah. Some ideas, and I've seen this float around a little bit. Ashley's got the idea. So I was thinking that maybe Jbird needs to get an Apple Watch so that even if he is on the floor incapacitated, he can at least answer calls, texts with his Apple Watch. Just possibly
and that's a great idea. I got that idea, suggestion from many people. Watches tickle my wrist bones to a point where it almost makes me want to scratch my body. I'm not a watch guy. I could do the watch necklace, put it around my neck.
Like a Flava Flav?
Exactly. Yeah, I'd rather put it around, make it into a necklace.
Yeah,
right there.
boy.
Yeah.
Also, too, my girlfriend has one of those, and she lets me use it sometimes to test my heart rate. I would break an Apple Watch within an hour and a half of having it. There's no way this bear, I'd rip it off.
He's a little rough on stuff.
Yeah, Apple Watch, I don't know, guys.
Okay.
He's a true Taurus.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll fuck up your items.
Well, maybe Life Alert then, because I believe that's a necklace, right?
Yes.
Okay. Better play.
That would be tight to wear, too, at events. What's around your neck, Bird? Life Alert.
Bitch.
Bling it out.
Yeah. Life Alert.
But you make it look tough.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, bling that thing
That's
out.
how I live. I never know when I might be down and dead.
I could be dead right now.
That's it. Erica said, sorry to hear about all your ailments, but yeah, she was talking about taking the aspirin on an empty stomach. She said it can absolutely cause GI upset with nausea and vomiting.
Because Dr. Virginia Sinicki over here said, oh, no, aspirin's, if you're fine, that's weird that aspirin made you. We got the audio. It should be the worst of the week.
Yeah, she said it can cause GI bleed.
Oh, damn.
Aspirin should only be taken for a blood thinning situation. Advil, ibuprofen, those are all in the class of NSAIDs that can upset the stomach as well, but used for muscle situations.
Yeah, it was not a fun ride, and it was a lot of throwing up. It really fucked up my stomach.
Any other great advice, Virginia?
Yeah. You should probably start wearing an adult diaper because I feel like shitting yourself is on deck.
No way. I got a strong butthole. No. That's not for another 40 years. I'm not going to make it to 40 years. But no, this butthole's strong.
Prove it.
If you were on the floor and you did get poopy cramps and you really can't move too much, what do? Do you try to just roll over and duke to the side and then roll back?
No, what you
on your front?
What you would do is you would crawl to the toilet. It's going to be a process.
Like an army crawl?
It's the army crawl. You'd have to use the toilet to kind of push you up and turn. You might have to reverse cowgirl or ride that thing, but however you can get your ass.
Any way to try to get your ass on a bowl, even with it thrown out back, huh?
I thought that's better than shitting all over the floor. That's a bad place to be mentally. You're on the ground.
I could see not being able to get up on a toilet.
Well, I couldn't really even get to. I had to force myself to pull myself up to unlock the door for Bigfoot, and that wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hear him.
Damn.
I think I'd probably just roll over, let it go, and then I'd crawl away.
Really?
Blame it on the dog.
That's your.
That wasn't me.
That's a rough
Well,
place.
why is the shit followed from that dump right on? You dragged it half the way with you.
No, the dog did it.
No, that wasn't me. That was the dog.
That would be a rough day.
She said here that if you were my patient, I would give you a Toradol depot shot to release the inflammation, and hopefully that would help you. My patients love it. Let me know if I can help.
Well, I took the aspirin for a headache. I didn't have anything else at the house other than aspirin. So I said, all right, I'll just take 3 aspirin, knock this headache out. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
It says here, and Kev, seems like you hopefully just have soft tissue stuff, but may need to get an x-ray to confirm, buddy.
Bitch ass soft tissue.
Yeah.
You got that bitch foot.
I do.
Bitch.
That's why I ain't going to go in there and do it, because I go in and be like, you little bitch, it's soft tissue stuff. Suck it up. Yeah.
You got a boo-boo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be so.
Yeah.
They put a little butterfly Band-Aid on his toe. All right, here's your lollipop.
My wife would never let me live it down. Like, I mean, honestly, unless the foot's just hanging on by a little stitch of thread of the skin, I'm not,
You'd have to cut your toe off.
It would have to be, even on that level, she'd be like, you little pussy, you got 4 other ones. Like, yeah, you're right.
So sorry.
Stop your bitching.
I'm sorry. I'm limping.
Yeah, right.
I'll give you something to limp about.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. Well, I was trying to be all cool because, she didn't really know because I didn't see her on Friday night. She had to work late. And so, I went to bed. And so it was Saturday morning. And I didn't have the crutches or anything yet because I hadn't let her know. And I'm like, well, maybe I can pull it off so she doesn't see. And I am lurching around the bed trying to get to the bathrooms. I had to pee in the morning. And she just wakes up going, like just cackling, laughing. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? What happened to you? And I then had to kick the box and then just it all. She's like, what a dumbass. I'm like, I know.
You do feel stupid after you kick something or punch something in anger.
And I knew it. I should have gotten on my knee. I should have crawled to the bathroom. I knew, trying to lurch around the bed. Of course, she wakes up.
I did that one time.
Should have army crawled.
I really should have. If I could redo that.
I was so frustrated at one time. I must have been 18 years old at a red light. Something happened with my car, and I punched my steering wheel, and all of a sudden, and I couldn't figure out how to turn. So I broke my steering wheel, and there was this long, constant beeping. So I had to rip out part of my steering wheel.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's why you don't punch shit.
Mm-hmm. And Sean said, I want to defend my title as the meatball eating champion at the Taste of Little Italy on Saturday. Do I need to pre-register?
Yes. Okay, this is good. So we have to get a little running list going of all of our Port St. Lucie peeps that are going to be out at the Taste of Little Italy on Saturday. Meatball eating contest. The title must be defended.
Okay. So how does this work? Who takes the names and who keeps the names? And
so last year we opened it up. We just said, hey, if anybody wants to do it, give us a call. We'll sign you up. You must be pre-registered so we can know that we have a certain amount of people. We get their phone number. I called them the day of, make sure they were coming, blah, blah, blah.
Do they have to live in Port St. Lucie to win this thing? Because
nope. You can travel from anywhere to the Taste of Little Italy. It's in tradition in Port St. Lucie, but you don't have to live there local.
Because Meatball Mark in Miami wants a piece of it.
Well, tell Mark
to travel 2 hours.
Drive his ass up. It might be worth it because the official sponsor of the meatball eating competition is Pastaio, and you're going to get a gift card. It's a wonderful restaurant. They make their own homemade pasta.
Oh, they do? Okay.
It's really good.
Homemade pasta is fun.
Oh, it's so next level.
Is it? Okay.
Once you've had it, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I'm excited to get back to Port St. Lucie. It has been a while.
It's really beautiful.
Not been up there for maybe a year or so.
That town square in tradition is so cute. There's a bunch of shops, restaurants. You got a giant Publix there. You got like just all kinds of fun diversity. I love a little diverse town square.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be looking for some cool breweries, sports bars, all that stuff. I think I have a pretty good list, but maybe something's opened up in the last couple of months that I'm missing out on. So if we're going to be up there, what do I need to hit?
You can do it all on foot, too, in that whole square. You can walk the whole thing.
Yeah, he's walking great. On foot, Kev.
Awesome suggestion.
You can limp it.
You can crawl.
With your sad bitch foot.
Yeah, turn into a beer crawl.
She got a lot of good ideas today.
I mean, I tell you what.
Should I take a bunch of aspirin on an empty stomach before I go?
Yes. And then
so you limp and barf on people?
I'd like to see you shit yourself, too.
Yeah. Fantastic. It's great, yes. Solid ideas. Here's another great idea for me when I go to Port St. Lucie, a bounce house.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That shit would be great in my backyard.
Great this weekend, yeah.
That is tight.
Jorah sent this in, says, let me start by saying, longtime listener, such a fan, wanted to show this. It's the world's biggest bounce house called the Royal Duck, currently in Port St. Lucie. Amazing fun for the babies, to the young at heart alike. You can go to theroyalduck.com for more info.
Babies can go in a bounce house? That doesn't seem safe to me.
Well, toddlers. Not like an infant.
Oh my gosh, that'd be horrifying. Do you need a permit to put a bounce house in your backyard?
No.
What if it's pretty tall and...
No. I mean, unless you have an HOA that prohibits it, then you have to get permission, but you're free and clear.
All right.
I've seen you put a tall-ass bounce house in your backyard. That big slide.
That shit was awesome.
That shit was on point.
It was on point. That was a Bigfoot.
You had to climb that thing like you were climbing a mountain.
My boy Bigfoot got us that.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Got an email from Brittany at KVJ Nationer from Orlando talking about the Uber. She is a driver, 31-year-old female. She said, I do it as much as needed for a little side hustle, but she has kind of her own little parameters because we were talking about the case that Uber lost with a woman who was raped in an Uber and got $8.5 million because of it. And she was a driver herself, I believe, right? Or she was a passenger.
I think she was a passenger.
That's right, passenger.
Yeah.
The story in Miami was a driver that was attacked by her passenger.
Right.
So that's where we're like, whoa.
It does go both ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She said, I live in the Orlando area. A couple rules I follow. I only do rides to and from the theme parks. I also have the woman preference turned on. I primarily drive families. I feel pretty safe overall. Because there's such a shortage of women drivers, I pretty much always get a woman passenger. Okay. Uber has a ton of safety features in place for both the driver and passenger. All drivers have to be background checked. Also, we're required to have auto insurance, as we should be. Sure goes without saying. There's a GPS tracker on us while we are driving people. If we ever veer from the route, both the driver and passenger get an alert from Uber asking if we're okay. If no response is given, it will notify police. I only know this because the GPS was completely wrong in a route and the customer was directing me where to go. My phone was lighting up like a Christmas tree. Okay. Nothing is foolproof, of course.
Make sure you have cameras in your car, too.
Yes, that's a good one.
There's no way you could do Lyft or Uber in today's day and age and not have cameras. It protects you.
It's another deterrent. If this clown in the back seat sees the camera and thinks, oh, I better not do anything, it's going to be recorded. That's just a safety measure for your protection.
Mm-hmm.
It may not always stop the evil, but you're right. Any little thing that can help you out.
Amen.
She said on average, we make less than $20 an hour. And of course, that's not counting gas and car maintenance. When people don't tip, sometimes driving is really not even worth it.
I mean, if you don't tip, you're a fuckface.
I've heard that. I've heard because I've met people that started with Uber and Lyft and now have transitioned into doing like their own little car service business. And they're like, look, I would make like $5, $10 an hour. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it.
You ever get the Uber or Lyft driver that reminds you that they work on tips like 7 times on the ride? Like, I get it. I know. I'm going to tip.
Yeah. And Christy has another app that's similar to V's favorite, Yuka, that is out there.
Ooh, another one like that? What is it?
Buyer app, BUY''R. It's a game changer. It's how I look at shopping and who I'm supporting or voting for with my dollar. You think maybe you're buying from a cool indie granola brand? Surprise, it's owned by the same conglomerate that makes engine degreaser and allegedly sells your info to the CIA.
Oh.
Buyer's your pocket-sized truth serum. Scan any grocery product and see exactly who profits from your local co-op to a mega corp with 19 shell companies and a yacht named Tax Haven. While other apps rate your food or hand out approved badges, we don't tell you what's good or bad. We just show you the facts, who owns it, what's in it, and how processed it is, so you can decide what fits your life, your values, and oddly specific food rules. Okay, Buyer, BUY''R, the app. Okay. And Carlos said, it really sucks to turn into the show and hear you say, I'm glad I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I really didn't miss much. It was a great game. To hear that from someone that claims he's a big sports fan is so sad. It was a great game after all. Yes, the Patriots sucked, but the defensive game from the Seahawks was amazing. And just when it seemed that the Patriots... Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I mean, yeah, it wasn't, my thing. I think part of it's just, the Patriots were in it. I'm a butthurt Dolphins fan, and I did, kind of watch it. But, yeah, it was a defensive struggle, and the Patriots made some boneheaded plays, and, yeah.
Don't let that email sports shame you. You don't have to explain yourself.
And I honestly would say I am kind of a degrading sports fan. I think a couple years ago, I had the realization I was investing too much of my time and my joy into sports. And I said, what am I doing? And
I'm not on the team.
Yes. And I was like, I realized, I really would like to start spending my time other places because sports is an eternal time suck. And I get it. A lot of people want it to be that.
Yeah.
And I just decided, I'd like to learn other things and spend my time doing other things because sports, when it's over, nobody even remembers.
I am the same way. I used to love watching sports. I was a big baseball fan. I'd watch football, I'd watch basketball, but the older I got away from it.
Yeah. And,
I don't know why. I just did.
And I just tell you, Carlos, honest, what I like or don't like, it shouldn't affect whether you liked it or not. I mean,
right. We can like different things.
That's why when I say I don't like a Star Wars thing, oh, you fucking old bitter man. Well, you can like it. I just didn't like it.
Right.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody doesn't like all the same things, and that's a good thing. So
that's a great thing.
It's all good. Yeah, I said, hey, I felt like, because if I would have stayed up, I'd have been dog-ass tired yesterday, and I'd have been like, that wasn't worth it, because I'd done that many, many times. I said that was not worth it. And when I got up and saw the game and watched it how I did, I was like, okay, good. I saw enough. It was enough for me. So I'm glad you did enjoy it, though, and congratulations. All right. I'm going to go.
He's going to limp out of here.
Don't sports shame our Kevin.
All right, y'all. Enjoy your Tuesday. Send us those emails, mail@kvjshow.com. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.